They fell into a deep sleep. Okay, this is just after they had their little taxi talk, their first taxi talk, where it said, oh, Shonen, you, and Coco got out, but Takeshi and Tsugumi are stuck here now because they took too long. And so they said, okay, you're going to have to call the taxi or whatever. So, and now they went to a sleep while they waited for the taxi, I believe is what's going on at this point. They fell into a deep sleep. At the same time, I woke up suddenly. Oh, shit. Well, back to the present, I guess. Lemur's infirmary. I've been sprawled out, sleeping on the bed. But I want to know the end of the story! Getting up, I looked around. Nobody was there. Felt a pain in my left hand. Oh shit, nobody's there to watch over me? That's surprising. And looked at my palm. There was a large bandage on the edge of it. Right, I injured my hand in the whale room. Then I lost my memory again and was probably brought to this room. You didn't lose your memory again. Or did you? Do you have memory loss again? Where is everyone? I slowly got off bed and slipped on my shoes. What? Creak, creak, creak. Groan, groan, groan. Sound of metal screeching and rubbing together came from somewhere in the immediate vicinity. The sound came to my ears and I could tell it was an alarm ringing somewhere far off. Strange, I didn't feel any fear. I must not have been completely awake. Inside my head was still dim, and it was hard to grasp the situation completely. Just then, whirr! Door to the infirmary opened. Shonen! Shonen! Yes! You jumped to the room as though she were possessed by a demon. I found an exit we can escape through. Did you get your talk with your sister mother person? He was screaming. I found an exit. I said those words to myself over and over. It took me 3 seconds to grasp the enormity of those words. Where'd you find it? My mind was still not fully up and running. I'll explain later, just hurry! Saying that, you ran out of the infirmary. Still, it took a few more seconds for my legs to get moving. It felt as though I were running on fog. My body was half paralyzed and wouldn't move in the direction I wanted it. I shook my head trying to get rid of the grogginess. No matter how much I ran, I couldn't return to normal. Where's everybody else? I was barely able to hold on to my consciousness as I somehow got this question off to you. Takeshi's gonna get Mayo, and Tsugumi's already in the emergency corridor. I don't know if I trust Kurabaki with Mayo. Takeshi's going to get Mayo. Tsugumi's in the emergency corridor. For no reason in particular, I repeated Yu's words. Maybe she finally noticed my odd state. You looked at me suspiciously. I made it to the emergency corridor. Kurabaki, Tsugumi, and Mayo were already there waiting. Oh, it's gonna wind up turning out the same way, and I'm gonna have to use the siphon. I like how it's similar, and then all the same story beats happen, but the way they get there isn't always the same. But they do it in a way that it feels fluid and real and not fake, so I kind of like that. We don't have much time! Not much time. Hurry! Karabuki grabbed my shoulder hard and, turning around, started running. But no, I'm supposed to stay behind with you and Sora, right? Right? Aren't they gonna do that? Maya and Tsugumi followed Karabuki's lead. Listen up, Lemur started to implode. Oh, I remember what happens now. No, what happens is we're all gonna escape together. No, this is later. I was thinking about Coco, but no, that's later. Unless that's what they decide to make as the story beat. But, yeah, what happens was me and you were behind, and so we were trapped, and just as we were about to get out, I almost fucked us up by going for Coco, but didn't quite fuck us up entirely. Maybe the story beat is just going to be Coco? We'll see. Lemurs started to implode. We were finally able to make contact with the surface and access the emergency stairs. If we don't hurry, they're gonna flood. So hurry! You grabbed my arm tightly. And tugging on it violently, you started pounding forward at full speed. Felt like I was about to fall forward, and I braced myself as best as I could, trying to keep pace with her as she pulled me forward. We flew like wind down the painfully cramped passage. And soon, we had all jumped in the emergency exit stairwell, and we're running up the stairs, and this is where the split happens, if it happens. I could hear Kurabaki, Mayo, and Tsugumi, their footsteps right above me. Hurry up, this way! I couldn't see from where Kurabaki was calling, but his booming voice thundered off the sides of the metal bulkhead. Yu's eyes met mine, and holding to one another, we pumped our legs harder, climbing as fast as we could. The surface of the stairs was wet. The metal tube surrounding us on the emergency staircase was shaking violently left and right. Man, it seems like... Oh, I could be remembering wrong, but I think like the only choice we've really made throughout this entire playthrough was choosing whether to hang out with Maya or to hang out with Yu way back when. Like, would that have changed much, or it would have roughly been the same? I think it would have roughly been the same, just a couple different scenes. I might check out those scenes. We'll see. We'll see what my percentage completion looks like after I beat this playthrough. There might be some bonus episodes, I don't know. A bonus episode probably is all it would be if there is any. I slipped and whacked my shin hard against a corner. Oh, I slipped. Oh, that's bad. Slipping is bad. But I felt nothing, of course. Both of my legs kept moving as if they were separate from me. My thoughts and feelings were indistinct, vague. An irresistible primal force was propelling me forward, and I handed over the reins to that force. It was a state almost free of thought. All I could do was climb and climb and keep climbing, because maybe you're also just a perspective here as well, and this isn't you either, maybe? A sharp metallic sound echoed painfully in my ears. The angry cacophony shook my body to its core. Almost a screaming of a terrible monster, the groan of death itself. The terrible voice was slowly and certainly closing in on us from behind. Just a little more, we're almost there! Considering the situation, I guess it makes sense that we aren't bitching out at Kurabaki at the moment, but he definitely deserves some bitching out, eventually. Kurabaki screamed at us from up above. I briefly saw the backs of Maya and Tsugumi who were running up ahead. The meaning of Karabuki's words, just a little more, hit me. Just a little more. We can escape from here. From the bottom of the deep ocean. From out of the cage we were trapped in. We're finally getting out. We're going to be free. But along with that hope came despair. An indistinct fear was still inside of me. Because you remembered this from the alternate timeline, right? Heavy dark sensation wiggled at the center of my body. It was rotten, filthy. It had stuck to the walls of my heart, stagnant and putrid. It doesn't matter. Even if you get out of here, nothing will have been solved. And as the doubts went through my mind, my legs faltered. That's right, nothing will be solved because Coco's still here, right? So you're not changing anything. 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. I carried forward, and the doubts swelled up, placing my elation at rescue. You think you're really going to be let out of here? And as this thought filled my mind, I'd already arrived at the last step in front of the door. Right, you think you're really going to be let out of the time loop, because his mind keeps replaying the events. Takeshi's, Shonen's, keeps going through them. When he gets to the end, he goes back to the beginning. It's Groundhog's Day for his mind. His consciousness just keeps repeating. You think you're really going to be let out of here? Probably not, right? Is that what he's thinking? As this thought filled my mind, I had already arrived at the last step in front of the door. Ellipses. 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 Ellipses! Ellipses! Nobody said a word. We wiped our sweat and struggled for breath as we glared at the huge door which rose before us. Alright, let's go. Put my hand on the door's lever. Clank. The door unlocked. Well, let me guess. Just as we're about to get through, we're going to jump back to the past, right? I'm guessing. Embracing my chest and shoulder against the door, I threw all my weight into opening it. Creak! Boom! Outside of the door, sight that greeted us was a sky filled with stars. Oh no, we're seriously out? That's weird. Covering the dark blue sky above was an infinite number of shimmering stars. Beyond time, beyond space, the light poured down gently on our heads from above. All of us, me, you, Maya, Tsugumi, and Kurabaki, had lost all words. We could only stare at the sky above. This is not what I expected. Okay, interesting. How are we going to get back to Coco then? If I raised my hand, it seemed I could touch the sky. But not there, because it was a real night sky. Oh, okay, gotcha. Versus RSD, where you actually can. I see what he's saying. That threw me off for a bit. In this way, the drama of our escape ended. Or at least so it seemed, but I realized nothing had been solved. Coco's still down there. The slimy sense of unease still grew inside me, gnawed inside of me. And that indistinct notion had changed to a simmering sense of impatience, one that was ready to boil. That's right, it isn't finished. I'm not going to let it end here. Because I don't know the reasons behind any of this. That too. And Coco hasn't gotten out. The time was 11:43 p.m. Well, a new day was just waiting to begin. May 7th, yep. Dawn. I was in the middle of a white darkness, as always. Before I knew it, I'd become lost in another world. In this case, though, you're going back to Takeshi's or even something different. I didn't even have time to wonder where I was before I found the answer. Oh shit. Year was 2017. Okay. I could see it. I could see everything. I already knew what had happened at that time.
Takeshi.
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 Takeshi. I see. This is when they're about to get their taxi.
Taxiが着いたわ.
Taxi's here. Yeah, but that timeline was shown in was decidedly different. He didn't get trapped with you and have to escape with a siphon. He didn't do the Mayo thing either, and he didn't have to go back for Coco, so that's definitely different. Oh yeah. Because he jumped out of bed and stood up. He stretched his arms and loosened his shoulders. Takeshi and Tsugumi were still stuck in the examination room of the research facility.
Chami. Chami, おいで.
Chami, come here. Oh, that's cute.
ほら、そろそろ行くよ.
You gotta get going now. You gotta wonder what it must be like from Chami's point of view, because he's like, man, he's definitely lived much longer than any other Jungurian hamster. And, you know, living with those kids for a bit, and living with Tsugumi, and, oh man, what does he gotta feel like? Anyway, Tsugumi scooped up Chami, who'd been running around on the floor, and held him to her chest.
あれ?
Huh? Stooping down, Tsugumi let out a cry of alarm.
どうした、つぐみ?
What's wrong, Tsugumi?
たけし、ベッドの下.
Under the bed. Under the bed?
ベッドの下?
Under the bed? Mine? This seems different. He looked under the bed he'd been sleeping on. Something was lying there. Pee-pee? Reaching out, he pulled whatever it was closer to him.
あれ?
Huh? Or is it Coco? Is this Coco?
ピピ.
No, it's Pee-pee. I see. So what? Did Coco set all this up to fucking save Pee-pee or some shit? Fuck Pee-pee. But yeah, this is definitely different.
おい、ピピ。どうした? なんでここにいるんだ?
Pee-pee, what's going on? What are you doing here? Guess she picked Pee-pee up in both hands and shook him lightly. Ellipses. Oh, maybe Pee-pee is my point of view. No, because I saw Takeshi go up. Unless Pee-pee followed Takeshi up, but that would have been noticed, I think. There was no response and all the color had vanished from his eyes. Is Pee-pee dead? He didn't move at all. Pee-pee was frozen. As if he was dead. Well, shit! You see, the dog always dies. That's what I don't think I brought that up in this LP. Because, you know, part of me thought it might not happen, because the dog's really cute, and... But no, yeah, the dog always dies. And usually they wait till it'll hurt you the most. They wait till, like... Usually it's either early in the story to really hit you, or at the end of the story to really hit you. So, Suddenly, a faded fragment of a memory appeared in the back of my mind. Although I've been weathered and tinged by the flow of time, it was a scene that I was positive I knew. It was a scrap of a conversation between Mayo and Yubisei Akikana.
そっか、あのコニーがね。今の電子犬って本物そっくりだから、機械ってことを意識しないで帰るのかな。
Oh! You Aki. Okay. I remember this conversation as well, but I didn't think anything of it. Okay. But really, that Connie, I tell you, that robot dog looks so much like the real thing that I'll bet he's treating it like a normal pet. Okay. This is, she has like a teacher, right? A teacher that has... A teacher named Connie. I thought Connie was a guy, maybe Connie's a girl. And looks so much like the real thing. So... Does that mean this dog, the fake dog, was based off of Pee-pee? I don't know.
そういえば、先輩の家にもいましたよね、電子犬。
Oh yeah, and this is another difference as well. Well, actually, no, sorry, this isn't another robot dog. So maybe the robot dog is actually Pee-pee. Maybe Yu's robot dog is actually the Pee-pee in question. Don't you have a robot dog at your house?
うん、いるよ。本当はお母さんが飼ってるんだけどね。
Sure do. Actually, it's my mom's though. So somehow, you ends up with Pee-pee? Question mark?
ずいぶん古いタイプらしいんだけど、壊れることもなく元気にしてるよ。
I think it's one of those really old types, but it just keeps kicking along happily. It never breaks. Interesting. They were talking about Pee-pee. That would mean what? Pee-Pee was a robot, an electronic dog. Oh. And was Pee-Pee... Oh. Oh. Didn't even cross my mind. Was Pee-Pee a robot all along? So does that mean Pee-Pee was just turned off? And why would you end up being the one who has Pee-Pee? Is that because you and Coco are actually sisters? Because Takeshi is their father? Because Takeshi Yagami? That's confusing. There wasn't any proof, but looking at Pee-Pee's motionless body, it was obvious that it wasn't the dead body of an animal. Oh, okay. Interesting. I wish we could get to see this, but oh well. Like a wind-up toy that had stopped moving, Pee-Pee's limbs had frozen in an unnatural position. Takeshi and Tsugumi both observed Pee-Pee, who had become nothing more than a broken toy. Takeshi opened his mouth slightly. It seemed like he was about to say something. Suddenly... Boom! With a roaring sound, the whole room shook violently. The whale room again, yeah! Takeshi's body flipped like a small twig and flew into the wall. Tsugumi stumbled and danced through the air to fall on the floor with a thud. Of course, she has to dance before she falls to be elegant.
5 minuten for the implosion.
5 minutes till implosion!
なんだ今のアナウンス
What did the announcement just say? Holding Pee-Pee under his arm, Takeshi looked up at the ceiling. Tsugumi quickly got up.
赤い
Oh!
5分
The cool song again! We've got 5 minutes until this place implodes. I like this song. Was the first time this song played when I saw my image in the mirror? I think it might have been. Whatever the case, I like this song.
5分前だと
5 minutes?!
マジかよ
Give me a break.
なんで5分前になってから言うかな
Why do they gotta tell us when there's only 5 minutes? Yeah, I remember this.
もっと
Same
早
shit.
く教えろよなたく
Yeah.
とにかく5分前
We
な
got 5 minutes. Shrug, shoulders exaggerated, said
素
Takeshi.
直に現実を受け入れなさいよ寛容な勝利な
You
ら
just gotta accept reality. You could learn something from me, you know? Oh, really? That's the reverse, I'm pretty sure.
よく言ったつぐみこの状況で冗談言える余裕が出てきたじゃない
Yeah, I remember this. Same shit.
まあねでも5分もあれば大丈
Smile floated to her lips. Tsugumi held out a hand to Takeshi.
当たり前だ
Of course. Takeshi took her hand firmly.
夫 5 minuten for the implosion
4 minutes until implosion. Ow. I continued to observe. I accepted the world as it was, understood it, and input it. Okay? I had no feelings. Okay? Feelings seemed to me to be something people gave out in response to the world, as a way of igniting change in their surroundings. Indeed. But there at that time I had no physical body. I had no hands nor feet, no voice, no lungs, no organs for generating heat. In other words, you're rhyming, that's funny. I had no way of interacting with the world. Therefore, even if I were to have had emotions, there was nothing I could do with them. The only thing I could do was to watch. Okay. What's more, the act of watching was much different than what would normally be associated with sight. This type of vision was far beyond feelings or thought. It was completely isolated, completely removed. Passage of time had condensed down to one moment, and that had exploded in front of me. Okay, so you're seeing the whole place explode or something? So yeah, your vision is definitely bigger than just any one person, I'm pretty sure. I had seen everything in one instant. One instant. Standing still in a world where time had stopped, I saw everything.
およかったよかった
At least something's going right.
無事に到着して待ってるじゃないかタクシー
Taxi's even waiting for us. Am I supposed to save them or something? I don't know. You know, stop Takeshi from making a big mistake?
当然でしょ
Of course.
タクシーなんだから
It's a taxi.
勝手にお客をすっぽかしたりし
Yep.
ないのよ
Taxi joke. I love it. Still probably my favorite joke from that pathway. Definitely up there is one of my favorites in the game. In front of them, the small submarine bobbed gently in the waves.
3 minuten for the
3 minutes! Only 3 minutes. Takeshi and Tsugumi hurriedly scrambled into the sub and jumped down the hatch. Tsugumi slid over to the driver's side, blah blah blah. Hatch over her head closed automatically. Tsugumi took the controls. Main sub made bubble sounds and sunk quickly into the water. As soon as they passed out of the bubble, blah 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 blah. Takeshi looked out into the ocean from a small window. The mirror was breaking apart. The frame started to warp and fold on itself like some crumpled old newspaper. Partitions cracked into small pieces and fluttered in the water as if They were petals falling from a flower. Letting out its final breath, Lemur spewed out fine air bubbles into the sea, which flowed gently into the current. From the twisted wreckage, black smoke rose in the water. The pieces of iron drifting in the ocean glittered from the sunlight coming from above. And on the edge of his rapidly clearing field of view, the sinking shadow of the brutal wreckage could be seen. Paradise sank into dark blue darkness, raising a spine-chilling death cry. Oh, the cool song ended.
これから
Oh, the lame song started. What do we do from here? Tsugumi asked in a quiet voice, small blah 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 blah.
やりたい
And this is
こ
when
とは
they
山
faked
ほ
me
どある
out. I thought they succeeded at this point. I was like, yes, they're gonna live! And then Takeshi fucking died. Now what I want
まあ
to
ひとまず
do. First,
どこから手をつけるか考えてるとこ
where
ろ
to
さ
start. And she spoke as he placed the motionless pee-pee on the seat next to him. That's definitely different. You didn't do that in the other pathway. Jerk game, lying to me. Nah.
ふん
そういうつぐみはどうするんだ
What about you, Tsugumi? What do you want to do?
く
Ellipses.
だらない質問だったかな
You didn't like the question?
うんそんなことないわ
Not that.
私もゆっくり考えてみても
Have a
いい
minute to think about it. Mm-hmm.
どうぞ
Sure. Yeah, she smiled. That smile would soon fade. Yeah, and this is what really threw me. A heavy ringing filled the submarine. Ah!
今の音何
That sound. Tsugumi looked at Takeshi worriedly.
さあね
Dunno. Beep beep. Blah
何
blah.
音
What's the
わ
noise?
から
No
んおい
clue.
そっちの画面になんかで
Monitor behind Tsugumi started
な
blinking.
んて書いてあるの
そっちの方が近いんだから振り向い
い
No!
やいや見たくない
I don't want to see it.
嫌な感じがするから
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
わがまま言うなよなお
Don't be
前
just selfish. Looking like he didn't have any other choice, Takeshi peeked at the monitor.
あーどれどれ
Which one? Which one?
電源バッテリー不足
Low battery. Yay!
だとさ
That's what it says. As if responding to what Takeshi said, the lights in the sub suddenly went out. Yay! Monitor went dark and all the power went out. The electrical equipment was silent. The only thing still working was the analog pressure gauge. Present depth 189 feet. Internal pressure 12.5 atmospheres.
たけし
Takeshi! Tsugumi's voice was shaking.
大丈夫大丈夫だって
It's okay, we're gonna be fine.
そんな泣きそうな顔すんな
Stop looking like you're gonna cry. Depth 192 feet. Its momentum lost, the submarine began sinking slowly, very slowly. Residual air pressure 0. Ballast tank unable to drain. Yep,
や
same
れや
shit.
れポンコツタクシーだ
Not a junker.
田舎道だとすぐにエンストしちまう
This cab always seems to stall on those country roads.
困ったもんですなお客さん
Now's the time to definitely not be joking. 95. Takeshi looked at the aft hatch. Had a 2-ply hatch. An inner side was made of reinforced glass and FRP. Outer side had a door made from high-strength steel.
なあハッチから船内の高圧空気を抜いたら勢いで浮上できると思う
Got
か
some of the high-pressure gas. We'd start rising again.
無理よ
Nope.
まっすぐ浮上できるとは思えないし
Straight up, our men will be limited.
そんなことをすれば
Fact,
浸水
we
転
do
覆
that, we'll
する
start
のに
flooding.
余分な圧搾空気だって
Don't have more
ない
compressed air?
そもそもこの本体
Yep.
浮力
Buoyancy.
バラストを捨てないと
Yep.
バラスト
Ballast.
本来なら
Valve
バラ
used
スト
to
のバ
release
ルブだけど
ballast.
今
Same shit.
まあまあ落ち着こうこの沈降速度の遅さからしてあとちょっぴり
You
だ
want it
け
to be a little lighter,
軽くなればいいんだ
right?
よ全体重量に対して
100
まあ
pounds.
そこいら
In
の機
other
械を
words, a
いく
human
つか引き抜い
body.
て捨ててみるか軽くなるぞ
Pulling out a few of those machines over there. Mm-hmm.
簡単に引っこ抜けると思う
Think it's gonna be easy?
いやがっちり溶接されてるしな素手じゃ難しそう
And
だ
that's why they have to use a human body. Well, they seem to be welded on fairly good. Probably not easy to do barehanded.
あいにく今何の道具の持ち合わせもないし
Fortunately, we don't have any tools.
やっぱり無理よ
So that's it, huh? Sugumi bit her lip and looked down.
そっか
Yeah,
無理か
we're screwed. Depth to 1 feet. They were sinking. Without any electricity, the submarine was just a hunk of metal.
ぬか喜びしちゃったね
Looks like we celebrated too soon,
結局
doesn't it? And now she's laughing.
バカみたい
So stupid.
私バカみたい
Even seeing it a second time, the scene is still just so sad. Tears began to fill Tsugumi's eyes. Tsugumi raised her voice. A single tear fell rolling down her cheek.
何やってるのよ、たけし。
What are you doing, Takeshi?
何ってお前。見てわからないか？
Can't tell by looking?
ハッチを開けてるんだよ。
I'm opening the hatch.
だから何やってるのよ。
What are you doing?
何がだからなんだ？
You need to ask?
やめてよ。
Stop it!
何をする気なの？
What are you trying to do? Tsugumi grabbed on Takeshi's arm.
邪魔すんなって。
Don't try to stop me. He threw off Tsugumi's arm and raised up the glass hatch. It was just large enough for one person to go through.
触らないでくれよ。
Please don't touch me. Ha 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 ha.
俺に触るな。
Don't touch me. Oh yeah, the reverse.
いや、離さない。
I won't let you go. Oh, so you get to touch me? Tsugumi grabbed onto Takeshi's arm fiercely.
死んでも離してやらないから。
I don't care if I die. I'm not letting go. Depth 207 feet. They wouldn't stop sinking. Slowly and steadily they fell, headed for the dark bottom of the ocean.
本当にわがまま勝手なやっちゃな、お
They
前。
are selfish. Ellipses.
なあ、つぐみ。
Tsugumi.
アルキメデスの原理って知ってるか？
Yep, Archimedes. Huh? The instant Tsugumi's grip relaxed. In that brief instant, Takeshi tore himself forcefully away from her grasp. Quickly opened the glass hatch and slipped into the back of the airlock. The area between the hatches was extremely cramped. Takeshi closed the glass hatch from inside and shut the latch right away. They had passed a depth of 210.
たけし、たけし。
Takeshi!
何やってるの？開けて、出てきて。
What are you doing? Open it up! Get out of there! Tsugumi wildly pounded on the reinforced glass with her fist.
つぐみ。
Up.
何言っ
Fists
てる
up,
んだ？
both. Tsugumi, what are you saying?
ガラスが熱くてよく聞こえんぞ。
This is pretty thick, you know. I can't hear you very well.
バカ、バカ。開けろって言ってるの。
Baka, baka, baka.
何考えてるのよ。
What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Tears started falling from Tsugumi's wide open eyes. Tsugumi desperately pounded the flat of her tear-covered hand against the glass. Hands! Both of them. Not just one.
あれ、ひょっとしてお前
Wait a second, didn't you?
知ってたんだ。アルキメデスの原理。
I thought you knew about Archimedes' principle.
っていうか、俺がお前に教わったのかもしれんな。
I mean, I think you were the one who taught me about it.
そりゃ知ってるわな。すまんかった。
I guess you know then. Sorry about that.
笑い事じゃないの。冗談じゃない。
It's not funny. Stop joking!
そういう問題じゃないんだよ。
It's not about that!
バカ。たけしのバカ。
Not like this, you fool! Not like this! Tsugumi sobbed as she screamed.
ああ、俺はバカだ。大バカだとも。
Biggest idiot out there.
そんなことも知らなかったのか、つぐみ。
You didn't know that, Tsugumi? Yeah, she put one hand behind him on the other hatch. Slowly turned the handle.
たけし。
Yeah. Tsugumi froze in place.
まさか。
No.
まさか。まさか。
Do you really
死ぬ気なの。
want to die?
大丈夫だよ。
Don't worry.
俺は確かにバカだが、
I may be stupid, but
そこまでバカじゃない。
not that stupid. Saying this, Takeshi continued to turn the handle on the other door without stopping. Okay. If you're really not that stupid, what's your genius plan, you stupid? Is it just to have the cure virus and live? Because it would be a bit odd if, you know, Kurabaki got it and lived, Yubisei got it and lived, and Takeshi didn't get it, of course. No, I think he got it as well. Depth 219 feet.
お願い。
Please,
一人にしないで。
don't leave me.
私を一人にしないで。
Don't leave me all by myself.
まったく心配性なやっちゃな。
Here you go, always worrying. Takeshi forced a smile.
大丈夫だって。何度も何度も言ってるだろ。
Keep telling you it's gonna be okay, right? Yeah.
ちゃんと生きる気になったろ。
You wanna live, don't you? Yeah.
だったら生きろ。
So live.
生きている限り生きろ。
As long as you're alive, live.
大丈夫。
Don't worry.
俺は
I?
死なない。
I'm not gonna die. 222 feet. The hatch on the bottom of the submarine opened. The air, which had been compressed in the airlock, was jettisoned into the ocean. Takeshi's body shot out like a bullet into the water. Bubbles flew everywhere. And end credits! In another timeline, anyways. An infinite number of white bubbles floated toward the surface. They seemed like powdery snow caught in the wind. Snow that flew toward the heavens. He could no longer hear her voice. From the other side of the glass, he could make out her blurry outline. Her face covered with tears. Her face was broken with sadness. And then? 225 feet. Oh shit, we keep going! Takeshi paddled through the water, holding onto the railing. He closed the outside hatch. Oh shit! He couldn't see her anymore. This is new! 228 feet. He let go of his last source of support and kicked the sub. Takeshi's body spun out as if it were dancing into a blue world. I think this is new. 231 feet. He sank toward the bottom of the ocean. White bubbles extended out beyond his field of vision, wobbling slowly upward toward the heavens. Depth 357 feet. Everything that he could see dissipated into the water. Outlines faded, nothing came into focus, only light and shadow reflected in his eyes. There was one thing, however, that he could see clearly through the haze. A small white dot swaying in the dark distance. Actually, now that I think about it, it does take like 5 years for cure to fully take you over, right? So, at this point, even if he was injected, it's not been 5 years yet, so he could still definitely die. Ooh, that would suck. And a small white dot swaying in the distance. And Tsugumi has the disc with her. Takeshi left it in there with her, I'm pretty sure. The Sora that has Sora's memories. So, Takeshi might really be dead. That would be such a shame. Anyways, a small white dot swaying in the distance. Dazzling light from the sky poured down on him from a single point. Its image burned into both his eyes. But yeah, I still think, a reason I still think it'd be weird if Takeshi is dead is because it seems like they're doing this whole thing to save Coco, I think? So it'd be weird if we're doing this to save Coco and be like, oh, but fuck Takeshi. That'd be weird. I don't know. Its image burned into both his eyes. Blub, he let out his last gasp of air. Cold seawater poured into his lungs. A blanket of blue darkness covered him in his final resting place. You don't know it's his final resting place. That's a spoiler. Are you sure? Are you sure you're sure? His limbs, sprawled out on the rocky ocean floor, had stopped moving, like a marionette with its strings cut. And then? Dad. Back in the world of 2034. When I returned to consciousness, I was crying. Feelings overcame me in torrents, rushing through me hotly. Dad is dead. The weight of my sadness pressed down on me, and a sense of futility tore a hole in my heart. It was no time to be overcome by sadness. Wiping the wetness from my cheeks, I looked at my surroundings. So Tsugumi, what did you mean by I die on the 7th day? Because I still feel like that has to have a reason. What was that all about? A new day was breaking, just as it had been in 2017. Through my tears, the blue sky and ocean came into vision. It seemed that I was above the floating island. I could analyze the situation calmly, but the tears wouldn't stop. I wiped them away with the palm of my hand and licked the large drops as they rolled past my mouth. Tears. Yum. Squeezing my eyes shut tightly, I took deep breaths to calm down. I trembled slightly as I let out a sigh and looked around at my surroundings again. It was definitely above the floating island. The wind was blowing lightly and the green trees were swaying gently. The morning sun was letting out golden rays onto the surface of the ocean. It had been a while since I had been outdoors. The wide blue sky, the smell of the warm humid breeze. But as beautiful as it seemed, it didn't help me one bit. Rather, the richness of it all made me feel even more alienated. I'm all alone, and so terribly sad. Well, I mean, it depends on your definition of alone. You mean alone in the fact that you can see weird things and you don't know why? I mean, Coco can see some weird things too. But, you know, we didn't actually save her, so oops. I wiped away the tears, which continued to flow, and tried hard to suppress my urge to cry out. I had to think. It was no time to be crying. I shook my head repeatedly and tried with all my strength to collect my atrophied thoughts. Atrophied? Blah, blah, blah. Think! First, I need to grasp the situation I was in. I followed the threads of my memory. The chains of my memory. I remembered having gotten safely out of Lemur, but I had no memories after that. I had no idea of what happened after that. I couldn't imagine that I had been standing outside all night. Huh? I suddenly realized that nobody else was there. As I began to walk on grass, I looked widely in all directions. Soon, I became aware of one solitary figure. It was Karabuki. Oh shit, the bastard! He had his back to a tree trunk and was staring out at the vast ocean. I ran over to him and screamed at him. Why would you do something like this? Ellipses. Answer me, I know everything now! Karabuki was silent. He wouldn't even look at me. It was obvious that he was the closest person to being responsible for everything happening here. Takeshi Kuranari, my father's name. He had used this name to deceive us the whole time. I drew even closer. Say something, don't just stand there! Ellipses. I said say something! I grabbed onto his shirt.
悪いが、俺の口からは何も言えないんだ。
Sorry, but I can't tell you anything. Karabuki's eyes were wet. Oh! He seemed to be thinking deeply about something as he gazed at me.
だが、一つだけ教えてやろう。
But I will tell you this.
これで終わったと思うなよ。
This isn't over, okay?
すべてはこれから。
It all starts from here. What?
そ
Yeah.
う。これから始まるんだからな。
All of it starts from right now. I relaxed my grip. Karabuki didn't say anything more, and walked away, gazing in the direction of the distant horizon. I stood there, vacantly staring at his back, while it became smaller and smaller. Okay, it all starts from here. I know that's probably not meant to be taken the way I'm taking it, but, you know, if everything up till now was a prologue, then man, this game is fucking long. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. I turned around and Sora was standing right in front of me.
お待ちしておりました。
We've been waiting for you. What are you doing here? Only this thought didn't reach my lips. There clearly was no RSD on this floating island. But she had just tapped me on the shoulder. I couldn't process the information and stood there gaping in confusion. I reached out to touch Sora's arm, absentmindedly. Her skin was smooth, its texture slightly elastic, and warm to the touch. Wait, she's real? Wait, what?
どうぞこちらへ。
Come this way. Wait, what? You're real? You're a real girl now? Oh, is she a robot body with the memories of the other Sora? Is that what it is? Anyway, Sora grinned. There was Sora, smiling as always. I felt saved by her smile. I was led by Sora into the forest. A small, stone-covered path was overgrown in a deep thicket. The tips of the trees stretched up high, almost entangling one another, hardly any light squeezed through. There was no breeze here either. The air was wet and everything felt heavy and stagnant. The small stone path snaked around randomly, and I soon lost all sense of direction as I continued walking. I moved forward along the passage with no exit. For some reason I did not say a word to Sora, whose back was in front of me. I walked up beside her and interlaced my fingers in hers. And that's a thing I can actually do? I didn't know why I did that. I was just curious, or had I wanted a sense of security. Sora looked over at me and smiled. Maybe the reason I grabbed onto her was just because I wanted to see her smile at me. Not long afterward, we finally emerged from the forest. My field of view widened, and beyond spread out an area of lush green grass and the rich blue ocean. My line of sight was drawn to the back of someone very familiar to me. Oh, Yu was standing right in the center of the open space. She was standing with her back to me. She's talking to Harukana, her sister/mother. Alright, so this is roughly what we got last time, except last time me and you were a lot more intimate, so, yeah. Someone else, a woman who looked just like her. They were facing each other and standing still. I braced against the rising tide of emotion within me and went to stand over by them. I flashed to look back. Sora was standing at the entrance to the forest, didn't appear to be coming closer. In the center of that area was you, the lady, and I. The other lady. Of course I knew her name. Tanaka, Yubisei Harukana. She had been infected with the cure virus, and although she seemed young, she didn't look quite 17, more like 22-ish. It was probably since her cells had divided for 5 years, which had caused her to age slightly. In other words, her body was that of a 23-year-old, but she was actually 35. Indeed. I looked over at you, Yubisei Akikana, standing next to me. She had her hand curled into a fist and was glaring at her mother. She was so mad she was shaking. I realized that the person who had been manipulating everything behind the scenes had been the person standing in front of me. Yubisei Harukana, Yu's mother, Oh, so she set this all up. Not Karabuki? Karabuki's just like a pawn in the plan, is that it? She'd been up here, safe and sound on the island, relaxing, looking down at our play, and had probably been laughing the whole time. No, she wasn't laughing! I don't believe it. Harukana isn't that kind of person. I don't buy it. I glared over at her along with Yuaki. Yuaki! Yuharu appeared indifferent to our stares, and said nonchalantly,
何か質問は
Do you have any questions? Yeah. And we have a lot. In the other pathway, though, when we asked them, our answers satisfied us, so are we gonna get to ask all the same questions? Only this time hear the fucking answers? I laughed without thinking. What the hell kind of thing was that to say? Why? Why would you do something like this?
ブリックビンケルを発言させるためよ
In order to call forth Blickwinkle. Explain what that is to me, because I still don't know. The heck is Blickwinkle? Well, there you go. He's asking as well. Thank you.
言わなくても分かってるでしょ
You already know that, don't you? Do I? If it was explained earlier in the game, I forgot. So tell me again.
ブリックビンケル
Blickwinkle
それはあなたのこと
is you. By you, do you mean you? Because your name is you, or do you mean me? Because that's a bit confusing. Me? I'm Blickwinkle? I don't get it.
ううん
Yes.
北斗のことじゃないの
I'm not talking to Hokuto. Huh?
北斗の向こう側にいる視点に向かって言ってるのよ
I'm talking to the perspective on the other side of Hokuto. I don't get it. Explain. Perspective? I just hope this isn't something stupid like, oh, you as the player are the main character. I don't know. That always bugs me when they bring it, like when they go that deep, but meh.
ええ
Yes.
第三視点ブリックビンケル
The third eye, Blickwinkle. Okay.
北斗の向こう側にいるあなた
The you on the other side of Hokuto.
そう今私のことを見ているあなた
That's right, the part of you that is looking at me right now. Okay.
あなた自身のこと
It is you who I'm talking about. Again, I hope they're just not talking about, oh, you as the player, because that'll bug me a little bit. Ellipses?
最初から少年とはあなた自身のことだったの
From the beginning, you've been the kid. I'm confused. What? What? What?
あなたが北斗の視点と重なった時北斗は記憶を失いあなたになった
When you overlapped with Hokuto, he lost his memory and became you. From the beginning, you've been the kid. The kid as in Kurabaki, you mean? That kid? So we overlapped? I'm confused. So Kurabaki is the guy with all the crazy... I don't know. So I'm Kurabaki is what you're saying. I think that's what she's saying. I'm Kurabaki, and somehow my mind got all funky, and like it swapped places with Hokuto. I think that's what she's saying. So right now, Kurabaki, I think, is in Hokuto's mind, and Hokuto is in Kurabaki's mind? No, maybe. Maybe? I'm not sure. He lost his memory and became you. Okay.
だから北斗が記憶喪失になったのは当然のことなの
So it makes sense that he had amnesia. Okay.
あなたにはこの世界で過ごした経験がない
You had never lived in this world before. Okay? Question mark?
あなたにはこの世界の中での歴史がない記憶がない
You have no history here, no memories of this place. Okay.
あなたは2034年5月1日15時17分初めてこの世界に産声を上げた少年
On May 1st, 2013 at 3:17 p.m., you uttered your first words in this world, Shonen. Okay. Wait, I'm confused. So, am I Karabuki? I don't understand. Ellipses.
あなたは私たちの世界の住人ではない。
You want from this world? Do you mean I'm from the world of 2017? I don't get it.
もう一次元高い世界から私たちの世界を見下ろしてい
You're
る。
looking down at this world from one dimension higher than this. Just please don't say it's because I'm the player character, like I'm as the player. I really don't want them to go there.
だからあなたには過去や未来のことがわかる。
That's why you can see the future and the past. Okay.
ううん、それだけじゃない。
Well, that's not all.
異なった別の歴史の流れさえあなたには手に取るようにわかるはず。
You can probably also see other time continua. That's not what the phrasing I'm used to, the wording, but okay, sure.
少年に予知のようなことができたのはあなたがこの世界のすべてを知っていたから。
The reason Shonen could see the future is, you know all there is to know about this world. Okay.
北斗という名前を自分の名前だと思えなかったのも当然のこ
It
と。
only
だ
makes sense that you didn't respond to the name Hokuto.
ってあなたの本当の名前は北斗ではないでしょ。
I mean, your real name isn't Hokuto, right? If they are talking to the player, what if the player's real name is Hokuto? What then, huh? I'm Karabuki? Oh, his name went back to Kid. Or was his name always Kid? No, I think it changed to Hokuto. Did it? I don't know. Maybe it didn't. I don't know.
怖がらなくてもいいの。
You don't have to be afraid.
自分に嘘をつく必要はないのよ。
You don't have to lie to yourself.
さあ本当のあなたを見せて。
Show your true self.
答えて正直に。
Answer me truthfully.
あなたは北斗という名前の少年ではないんでしょ。
You aren't really a kid named Hokuto, are you? Ellipses?